What's up, everybody? Hugo Infinity here for another book review. We're going to be doing A Whole New Mind by Daniel H. Pink. As you can tell, the book's pretty tore up. I've been reading through it for the past week. It's a very interesting book, and for those of you that are looking for ways for your product or service to stand out in the market, this is a must-have because it talks a lot on innovation and how your right brain will play a key part in gaining the upper hand. Because over the years, we've really gotten down effectiveness, we've gotten down quality, we've gotten down speed. We can mass produce a bunch of stuff, so now we have an overabundance. Now you need something more for your product to stand out in the market, because now they're automating stuff, they're sending stuff overseas for cheaper. So you need skills that can't be done by a computer and can't be sent overseas for cheaper. And those 6 skills that Daniel highlights in his book are story, design, empathy, symphony, meaning, and play. And all 6 of those components come from the right brain. They're all creativity based. Now, I do go into a little bit more detail in the article, but I'm just going to give a brief recap for those of you that are interested in just a little preview of the book, because I want you to buy the book. It's a very good book. I really suggest it. If you want to, like I said, if you want to get ahead, this book will definitely put you ahead, because it talks about how design has become a key component. Before we weren't too focused on the design things. We're just looking for how to make it as effective as possible. Now, we're looking for how to make it aesthetically pleasing, or to give it significance. Now here in Dallas we have a whole design district, and if you drive down design district, you'll see all these buildings that they're not just walls and windows, they're works of art. Architecture has definitely played a key part, because a lot of people are appreciating design more. Or with story, how people don't really want the facts on your product anymore. They want the story behind it. Where's your product from? Where's it going? Why is that product for them? And in order to give them that information, you have to put it in the right context. And to put it into the right context, you have to tell a story. That's why you see Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Snapchat stories, because they understand the importance of seeing the behind the scenes. There's also symphony, which is is similar to how every individual instrument in the orchestra, they come together, but it takes the conductor to piece together the whole musical composition. So in order to create a symphony, you need to be able to take individual components and combine them to create something captivating. There's also play. A lot of times you say, oh, work is work, play is play, but to combine the two, you use play to problem solve at work in a fun way, and that way you see things from a new perspective. Play is necessary because people want to enjoy what they're working on. They want to enjoy what they're doing, and when you bring joy to the product or service that you're giving people, you have a far greater chance of reaching out to them. That also comes down to empathy. In order to understand what your clients and your customers want, you need to be able to empathize. That's a right brain approach. You can't look at it analytically. You have to be able to put yourself in their shoes. Like a lot of people try to measure the demographics by the analytics they get from their where the traffic's coming from. They try to figure out their formulas and all this stuff. They look up numbers and all this stuff, but really you need to be able to understand people's emotions. You need to be able to understand what people feel when they look at your product or when they experience your service. Another one was, what was the other one? Meaning. Because people don't pursue pleasure, they pursue meaning from that pleasure. People want an experience. They want a product or a service because it fulfills something in their life. It gives meaning to their life. So if you want to deliver good product, if you want to deliver a good quality product that will stand out from other good quality products, you need to have a good design, a good story behind it, a way to empathize with your customers and your clients, a way to add symphony to it. Like I said, you took different aspects and you combine them in a way that no one else has. You need to be able to be playful with it, have a joyful experience, and you need to give it meaning. And this book dives a lot deeper into that. I'm giving a brief summary, and you got to understand this is just a summary. if you really want to gain the upper hand in innovation, this book has a lot of exercises that really helps you apply all the knowledge that you learned throughout the book. And I really highly recommend it, because when I picked it up, I got it at the half price books. It was in the clearance section. I was like, okay, I'll just check it out, because this book is like 10 years old. So I read through it, and it really does highlight some of the issues happening in our economy. We really are sending jobs overseas. We really are automating a lot of stuff. So you need to be able to contribute something that computers and cheap labor can't contribute. And that all comes from the right brain by being more creative. And he takes those 6 components, he goes more into detail on them. And if you really want to learn how